Hi there, and welcome today to Celebrity Customer Experience, another episode with me, Jill Raff, Riffs with Jill Raff. And I'm so excited that you joined me today because this live show that I've created is where we talk about everything that's relevant in the moment, sharing stories from perspective of customer experience, from the inside out, from the employee experience to the customer experience, because I am truly obsessed with employee experience, creating outstanding customer experience. Because I believe that every customer deserves the same pampering treatment as a celebrity. Our dollar is the same value as their dollar in the bank, after all. And it begins from the inside, which is why my proprietary process is called the Inside Out Framework from EX to CX, because I will guarantee you without any doubt, outstanding employee experience will produce stellar customer experience. My parents and grandparents' first McDonald's franchise was store number 150, opened in Ocala, Florida in 1959 when McDonald's was the gold standard of the restaurant industry. Sadly, with so many brands we experience today, long gone are the days where most owners and executive management are hands-on and involved in doing whatever it takes, whatever is necessary for the employees and the customer to care for each of them. So, due to my upbringing in McDonald's family and the careers across several industries, and from fashion to restaurant to real estate, spanning 6 countries, the golden thread throughout all of this, which I learned as a young child, was Ray Kroc's motto, was that the customer is always right. Or let's put it this way. It doesn't mean that every customer is right for you, but the customer is still the customer. And I don't think the customers have a right to be rude or entitled or disrespectful. But understanding what makes outstanding customer experience is truly in my DNA. And understanding viscerally that great employee experience creates extraordinary customer experience. So we're talking today about why it is that happy employees creates happy customers. And it seems like a pretty obvious statement and concept to me, doesn't it? Like, it seems like common sense. So why then are there so many unhappy, disengaged employees? Why do we have such high turnover rates? And do you even know what that's costing you? Let me share a tip with you. If you want to see what your numbers are specifically to your business, I would like to share with you my employee churn cost calculator. So I will put that up on the screen for you. Let me just find it here. There we go. Go to my website, jillraff.com/employee-churn-cost-calculator, and put your numbers in, and you will see exactly what in disengaged employees your turnover is costing you. Because I think it's really important to listen to our customers, and our first customers as a business owner is actually our employees. So every employee complaint is an opportunity to really know and grow your business. So if you want to have great customer experience, you start with having great employee experience. So here are a few tips. Engage your people. Did you know that employees who feel that their voice is being heard are 4.6 times more likely to feel empowered to perform at their best work? That's a study by Forbes. Now, don't you want your people to be performing at their highest level? Don't you want them to feel empowered so that they can stand and work on your behalf and feel proud about what they're doing? All you have to do is listen to them. Let them know that their voices are heard and that they mattered and that they're being considered. Very simple. Did you know that Benjamin Franklin, our founding father of our Constitution, had it right? And when he said that from the voice of being a brilliant inventor, I don't know if many of you knew that not only was he the founding father of our Constitution, but he was a brilliant inventor. And here is his perspective, which I think is really wise and we can all benefit from. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. Now, how many of you feel like that? That when someone engages you into an activity or to an idea, or actually asks you for your input and then takes your idea and implements it, are you willing to go in and make that idea come to fruition, to see success in that idea? It's not just being talked to, right? When we're talked to all the time, we're reading information all the time online, and it just goes out of your brain because it's just too much, and it's just talk, right? It's one sense being used. We have to learn with all of our six senses, and talking is your audio, right? So you're only hearing something, it's not going to stick. Teach me, I may remember, right? So if you're coming in, you're spending time to invest in me and you're going to really show me the way and train me, okay, I might remember, but it's still more of a one-way communication and relationship. Involve me and I will learn. So let me be involved. Let me engage. Let me contribute. Such a brilliant, simple, but poignant and very wise statement. So I suggest that you try this in your own business and let me know how that works for you, because investing in the happiness of your employees translates into happy customers who are going to be more willing to dine with you, to shop with you, to stay at your hotels more often, and refer others to your business. Think about it. If your customers are unhappy, you should investigate why, of course. If your employees are unhappy, you need to stop and look within. Don't put the blame out on others. Look within, put your ego aside, and get curious about your own business. Ask questions. Ask open-ended questions. If you really want to know, you're not going to ask a question that's the answer would be a yes or no. Do you feel that this such and such happened? Well, by doing that, you're going to get a yes or no response, and you're basically formulating the direction of the response that you want. It's not curious. It's not open-ended. You want to hear the truth. You want to make your business better, and the employees are unhappy. Look within and ask open-ended questions, and then zip it and listen and take notes. Write down what they say. Just listen, take it in. Don't refute it. Don't be defensive, whatever it is. Just take it all in, absorb it, and then maybe later interact with that employee to talk about what they shared with you and that they were vulnerable enough to give you that information. Reward that. It is huge. A great, easy way to grow in your business. So I have a course called Confident Customers Through Customer Experience, especially now during this time of the pandemic. We need to reestablish that trust with our customers. And one of the modules in this course, which I've been told is really powerful, is called Your Customer Problems Are Not Your Customers. So again, it's the blame game where it's so easy to say, oh, all the problems I have with my customers, it's the customers are doing this and they're not doing that. And no, look within. So I'm going to share with you one of my very favorite quotes, which is up on my LinkedIn banner page, actually. And it's by, I'm going to butcher the last name. It's Alexander Den Heijer. I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced, but this is what it says. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment from which it grows, not the flower. So again, even if you have problems with an employee, don't immediately blame that employee. Have they been given the information, the environment, the education, the training, everything that they need so they can blossom and grow for you? So don't blame them. Look within and see if you have actually nurtured that area. So how do you fertilize and nurture your work environment for your employees to be productive? Because you want them to be happy, productive employees. So I do detail this quite at a detailed level in my training, and it's not a quick fix, but you can start with thinking about a few of these details. One is looking at the meaning at work, meaning, get that? That wasn't planned. Meaning, does the work that your employees are doing, is the task that they're assigned to meaningful for them? So a study was done and they found that 55% of respondents said that their motivation levels would increase if they felt they were doing meaningful work. So how do you know if they feel that way? Again, talk to them. It's really so simple. It's communication. So imagine that 55% said that they would actually be more motivated if they felt they were doing meaningful work. And an additional 42% said that they would actually be more loyal to their employer. Now, don't you want committed, productive, loyal employees that will have exponential positive benefits in increasing all the good stuff in your business? So one last thing from that study is that over 1/3 of them said that they would actually take more pride in their work and they would be willing to put in extra hours to ensure that the job was done well and done fully. Oh my gosh, isn't that what every employer wants? Someone who's committed, someone who feels they're contributing, someone who takes pride, someone who is loyal, and someone who's willing to go that extra mile without even being asked to, because they have that pride in ownership, pride in ownership of their job and their company, because they are made to feel that their responsibility and their actions within that company is actually contributing to the success of that business. So knowing this, why is it that so many organizations know they cannot function without their people assets? Let's face it, what makes a business is your employees and your customers. Without those two, you have nothing. And yet, so few companies budget for education and training of their employees. I can't even answer that. I would love to know. So if you're listening and you have an answer, please add that in the comments. So what I say is, please invest in your people's education, training them not only for the on-the-job skills, but also really looking at their interests, whether they're related or not specifically to your job. 62% of restaurant employees said that the lack of training would make them leave their job. Talk about churn. Now, they're leaving. They don't want to leave. They want to grow within a business. But if they don't feel that the owner, the management is invested in them, that they're not training them, then it clearly gives the message, we don't care about you. We don't care about your success. We're not giving you the tools for you to be successful, and successful actually, ironically, for us, for the business to succeed. We need to take ownership and some responsibility. When asked to identify the areas where they feel that their training has been lacking, many of the people who responded said that they listed the purpose of not being promoted. So 25.5% listed their number one pick, said that training with purpose was very important to them. So they wanted to be trained so they could be more productive on the job. And then it would also set them up to be hired and rehired, so to speak, within their company for promotions. I see it as a rehiring because first, I think companies should look within to hire first. But every level, you are working to prove yourself and to show that you have these skills and that you have the motivation. But you have to help them out. You have to help them get there. They're there to serve you. Now, within the hotel industry, it's crazy. There's an annualized employee turnover rate of 73.8% in the hotel industry. Now, this is according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, think about it. That's more than 6% of staff departing every single month. Crazy. Why? The biggest reason that they gave, seemingly lack of growth opportunities. Many of the people in the hospitality industry start out when they're young and they stay in the industry for so many years, but they want to grow. And if they don't see an opportunity, if they aren't given an opportunity to grow within that company, they're going to leave. And as a previous broadcast that I've done, I pointed out all the reasons and the ways how financially a company benefits by maintaining their customers, but as well how they maintain their employees and let them grow from within, how you will save so much money as a result. The net savings cost can actually be 6 times more to hire from the outside than to build your company within, according to Josh Bersin. So I could go on and on about this, but this is just to give you a little tips, some takeaways, hopefully some ideas for you to ponder and to implement in your business. If you want to know more, please do feel free to reach out to me. Here is my information, jillraff.com, or you can write me directly, jill@jillraff.com. And Raff is spelled R-A-F-F, like French fry, of course. So I just want to stress again, there are so many benefits of taking care of your employees so that when you have great employee experience, you will know 100%, I guarantee it. It will translate into your customers having a stellar customer experience. So reach out, check that employee cost churn calculator, and here it is again for you on the screen. And reach out to me directly. Let's have a conversation about this, how I can help you specifically with what's going on in your business. And until next week, next Thursday, thank you for joining us here on Celebrity Customer Experience.